Hey everybody. So 21 days now, 3 weeks and counting, and I'm going to be 40 years old. I'm getting much better at saying that, you know. You notice that? I've got conviction now. I'm going to be 40 years old. And I'm getting pretty excited. So as my 40 Days to 40 video series I've been doing here on Facebook, I've been talking about different themes, right? Different sort of lessons that I've learned, if you will, or personal truths, or just things that I know with my kids at 11 and 13 years old now. These are little pearls, right? Little pieces of advice I'd love for them to sort of say, Dad's got a point there. Dad's pretty wise. Now, again, this is a lot of wishful thinking, but deep down, I'm sure that's what they're going to say and are saying. Now, I've talked about lots of different things. And today I actually got together with Trilby, a good friend of mine who I haven't seen for a lot of years, but she sort of has been catching these videos. And when she found out I was back in Vancouver, she dropped me a Facebook message, and so we got together for coffee. And excuse me, we were having all these cool conversations today while sharing this time, catching up. And we started talking just about stuff. Like stuff, you know, like the things that we accumulate in our lives. And why I say this is really interesting is I alluded a few, I guess was it Friday night, I think, or Saturday night? Sorry, I'm getting all blurred right now. But one of the days I shared sort of what Christy, myself, and our girls have been doing really for the last year. You know, like we sort of been just chasing that dream, and we're living life quite differently than what most people are used to. But to get ready for that, we had to get rid of everything. Literally, like everything. We got rid of all our furniture. We didn't get storage units. We literally gave it all away. You know, I mean, I guess we could have sold it, but the process to go through selling stuff and just, you know, we wanted to pay it forward. And Christy was awesome because as I was finishing the editing in my book and getting ready for all that, she was diligently lightening our load and getting rid of basically a lot of stuff that we had accumulated. I had a really hard time with that. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest. Now, for those that may have saw some of the photos that Christy posted, when we were getting rid of even just my shoes, they took all my shoes and put them as a pile in the living room. And then we took all of my two daughters' shoes as well as Christy's shoes and piled it next to it. And I had double the amount of shoes of the three of them together. So you can imagine I had a bit of a problem. And but where I'm going with this is I emotionally, I got really stressed out giving away all our stuff, like just getting rid of stuff. And it made me wonder, like, why do we put so much value or I mean, to me, I guess what it really boiled down to, and I sort of went through this period of introspection because I couldn't understand why I was so agitated and stressed and just like really having a hard time giving away stuff that, and some of the stuff I hadn't even looked at for a couple of years. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You probably have stuff deep down in your closet or in a storage space that's been there for a long time. And if I was to ask you to itemize what was in the back dark corner there that you could barely see, you probably wouldn't be able to tell me what's there. And I think a lot of us have got stuff like that just sitting around our place. But it's the time, right? It takes time to amass stuff. And we exchange our time for dollars. And then we take that dollars, pay some taxes on it, and then whatever we got left over, we then go amass things. Or we have experiences, right? And so I think there's this connection with these things that we've accumulated, and it has a time value to it. So we start thinking about the replacement value on things. Like if I wanted to go get it again, does that mean I have to go invest all this time again? And when you start looking at things as a time exchange, you start to value things a little differently. For me, I started thinking, whoa, that's a lot of work to amass all this stuff. And what are the other things I could have done with that time, right? Because when we save up some money and like what we're doing now, we've changed our lifestyle. We downgraded our lifestyle drastically, cutting out a lot of the overhead, a lot of the expenses. When you do that, you realize you don't need as much to do stuff, right? So we're more focused on experiences and doing things with our time together as a family than we are amassing items. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Hey, listen, I got friends with lots of cool toys, and it's good to know those people. But it just, we had to make a change, right? Like, we couldn't take all the stuff with us. So it's just interesting. So, if I wanted to impart something on my kids, I hope, and I think they have really adopted this, because our girls are quite good with this. I mean, I remember them getting rid of their stuffies, and anybody that's parents, you can attest to this. It's one of those things that kids just seem to amass, especially when you have daughters, okay? They love their stuffed animals. They had like garbage bags full, pawn garbage bags. And when we gave them the option, they could pick two small to mid-size or one giant one to take with us on the road trip, And so they had to go through that process of thinking, which ones did they want to keep? And then they got really excited about donating, giving away the stuffed animals to other children that could give them a good home and love them. So it was just neat to see them take on this role of giving and really getting enjoyment from giving. And so now they're also looking at items. If we can't fit it in the back of our SUV, it doesn't come with us. And so anyways, that's just it. I know I've been rambling a little bit here, but how do you guys value stuff? Like, do you have a lot of stuff in the back of your closet? Maybe they shouldn't be there. Because we still have one little storage unit, one tiny one. There was items that we couldn't get rid of, and Christy and I were talking about it the other day. I couldn't tell you what's in that locker. If they called me tomorrow and said it burned down, I don't think I'd shed a tear, because I honestly don't know what's in it. It's been almost a year that we've had this storage locker. I don't know what's there. Anyways, makes you go, That's an Arsenio Hall reference. You guys remember that? Yeah, see, I'm almost 40. So anybody that's close to my age, you know what I was talking about there. Anybody that's younger, you're just like, whatever. Anyways, guys, be well. Thanks for tuning in. Keep the comments coming. Let me know what's your thought on that. The whole time exchange, the value, and how we value stuff in our lives. What's your thoughts on that? Anyways, bye. I'll see you tomorrow as we're getting down less than 3 weeks and counting. Bye-bye.